Yes, lads, I'm back with another video. I went on holiday, that's why you've not had videos, and I couldn't be asked to pre-record. So you've not had videos. Not that it's going to affect you too badly, but today I'm back with another tier list video. I know it's a bit out of trend now, but I thought I've got no other ideas, so I might as well whack this up. I'm just going to be doing sort of a championship, sort of how teams are performing compared to how they probably should have at the start of the season, kind of thing. So yeah, let's get into it. So the tiers that I'm going to be arranging these teams by is I've put £25 on these useless fuckers going down, wank, underperforming, bang average, better than expected, and fan fucking tastic. So the first team is going to be Barnsley, and I've put them in wank because it's pretty self-explanatory. Barnsley are wank. I don't know how you blow a 2-0 lead to West Brom. I mean, could never be Nottingham Forest. Only if Dwight Gale's played up front and he decides to turn into the next fucking Tom Daly. But yeah, Barnsley are pretty shit. The fans are retarded. The ground's shite. Just not a very good club, is it? I mean, I hope you enjoy the food at League One because you're going straight back down. So that's Barnsley and wank. Next, obviously, I'm doing this in alphabetical order. So the next is Birmingham. Now, they currently sit 11th, but I predict that to be about 17th by the end of the season. So I put them in underperforming. Partly because I don't like them. I mean, you're not going to. This isn't the most unbiased list you'll find on the platform, but don't like Birmingham. The ground's shit. It's too small, and they share it with Coventry, so underperforming. Next up, Blackburn, bang average. They're a shit club. They're performing shit. Average, what we expected. You know, Bradley Dack FC is sort of continuing on. Bradley Dack's probably going to leave because even he's getting tired of their shit at this point. But not won in the last 5 and more. Just a shit club, really, isn't it? If you can't beat Forest, I don't know what you can do, to be honest. Next up is Brentford, and I've got them in underperforming because obviously they sit 12th, but they should be higher with the players they've got. I mean, Ollie Watkins and Umbueno or whatever his name is, he sounds like a fucking chocolate. But Kinder Bueno, Ben Rama, and Watkins, they're a front three that's starting to click now, and I think if they keep clicking for the rest of the season without injuries, they'll probably be a playoff pushing team. So Brentford are in underperforming because they're not quite clicking yet, but they did quite well in the game against QPR. Bristol City, next team, bang average. Everyone expected them to be good, and they are good. Playoff team at the minute, 6th place after coming 8th. Not much really more to be said. They're doing as expected, which is why they're in bang average. Next is Cardiff. Everyone knows the drop from Premier League to Championship is a big one. It's not easy to rebound, but I think Cardiff in 14th is a lot less, or a lot lower than what they should be, sorry. Only on 18 points this season. Haven't looked brilliant in the games I've seen them play. They're just not very good at the minute compared to what they should be for where they came. Where they came from, obviously, the Premier League. They draw quite a few games, to be fair. But they're not the most free-flow attacking team you'll see in the Championship, so they're underperforming for me. Next up is Charlton Athletic. They're in better than expected because teams expected Charlton to come up and be a relegation fodder kind of team, but they've done extremely well. I mean, they barely scraped a draw against Forest because Sabri showed a bit of mercy, but other than that, they've beaten teams like Leeds. But they sit in 9th currently on 6 wins, 4 draws and 4 losses. They sort of had a little bit of a shake, only winning 1 in the last 5, drawing 2, losing 2. But I think they'll be a safe mid-table team this season. So they're in better than expected. Now, the next team in this list is going to be the first entry to the I've put £25 on these useless fuckers going down category. As you might have been able to tell by how shit they've been this season, it's Derby County. I got quite good odds on this. I think it's like 3-1 on them going down. I'm quite happy with the odds I got. But yeah, Derby are useless. I mean, if you take a quick look at the table, you'll see them sitting sandwiched between Blackburn and Millwall. On -4 goal difference, and if you ask any Forest fan, apart from Forest being where we were a couple of weeks ago, seeing Derby 16th is probably one of the best sights in football. And yeah, they're just a bit shit. So they'll come to the City Ground and they get beat 12-0. Yeah, and we look forward to seeing them going down, and I'll make a bit of money off it as well. Phil Cock is also a registered paedophile, so it doesn't really help, does it? Now, Fulham are in underperforming because they got one of the best team in the league for me. On paper, they got the best team. With Bobby Decordova signing, making the team overall retardedly good going forward. They've not played well in some games, they've played well in some. The only word I can describe their football is boring. It's the most painful, boring thing to watch. Your centre-backs knock the ball between each other 33 times before even thinking about going forward. Underperforming because they should be in the top 2 with the team they have, and they're boring. Now, Huddersfield are the next team, and I've put them in wank, but they'll soon be in, I'm sure, underperforming, purely because they've got Danny Cowley. He's a class manager. But to be 20th from where Huddersfield have come from, they've not lost in the last 5, which, I mean, fair enough. Danny Cowley's a class manager, but other than that, they were dog shit. I mean, the Stoke-Huddersfield game was potentially one of the most painful things I've ever watched in my life. And that's considering I've watched things like 2 Goals, 1 Cup and similar videos. Still, Huddersfield-Stoke was probably more painful than that. Leeds, bang average. They're in, 3rd place? Where they should be. They've got one of the best managers in the league. Patrick Bamford's about as good use as anyone's tits. They're hopeless. I mean, I reckon, stick me up front in a game, I'd probably score the same amount as Patrick Bamford. 0. Luton, bang average. They came up. They're not a good team. They're in 19th. End of. Middlesbrough, bottom 3. They're in wank. I mean, really? Middlesbrough, bottom 3. How many people would have thought they'd say that at the start of the season? Not much more needs to be said. Like, it's just shit, really, isn't it? I mean, they've got Woodgate at manager. He's got the IQ of a fucking Woodgate. He's useless. Millwall are in bang average purely because Millwall was supposed to be a 15th to sort of 20th place team, and they're 15th. They've got Gary Rowett, aka Snake, aka Kid Toucher, aka Shithouse Derby, so he's quite funny. But yeah, I think he's a perfect fit for Millwall, really. Until, you know, the likes of a Premier League relegation fodder team comes asking for him, and he'll turn them into dog shit. So, good luck with that, Millwall. Now, the first entrance into fan-fucking-tastic is Nottingham Forest. I mean, we're 10th at the minute, but, you know, give us 2 weeks and we're back in top 2. But Sabri, you know, is probably the best thing to happen to me ever. You know, he's just brilliant, really. Sabri, I'd kiss that man if I could, if he'd let me. We're pretty much the best team in the league. Not much more needs to be said. Preston are in fantastic. Not fan-fucking-tastic. They don't deserve that quite yet. But, yeah, they're 2nd in the league. I mean, Preston, 2nd in the Championship. Not much more needs to be said other than Preston North End are 2nd in the Championship. Could you imagine Man City versus Preston? No, neither could I. I can't wait till they fall apart. QPR sit 8th, which to some people will be overperforming, but to me it's wank because they've got Mark Warburton. He's the most boring fucker since Susan Boyle. He's useless. He is pathetic. If I could shoot one person, it'd probably be Richard Keogh. But 2nd would be Mark Warburton. Reading are in wank. They're what? Let's have a look. 21st in the league. The fans are some of the most autistic on the planet. The ground's awful. The team's awful. I hope they go down. Simple as wank. Sheffield Wednesday in 5th. I expected them to be a mid-table sort of playoff, maybe pushing team. So they're in better than expected. Not much more needs to be said. Still a shit club that can't fill the ground, but still better than expected. Now, I had to Google most useless things for Stoke City to think of something more useless than Stoke City. And apparently the most useless thing in the planet is a pet rock. That's funny because I reckon a pet rock will probably keep more clean sheets. Stoke are just useless. We went away and beat them. Says a lot, really. They're 23rd. The only thing keeping them off the bottom is Barnsley. I mean, we all know how shit Barnsley are. To be on level 1 points with Barnsley is like an insult, but both shit teams. I hope Stoke go down. Can't wait for Stoke Sunderland next year. Swansea, better than expected. The Welsh, so they're not getting fantastic. They're 4th in the league, but the Welsh, you know, it's a known fact that the second most likely people to shag sheep after people that support Derby are Welsh. So for that reason, they're not in fantastic, even though they are 4th. But, you know, as I said, they're Welsh, so they're in better than expected. Fucking hate Welsh people. West Brom, fan-fucking-tastic. The top of the league, not much more needs to be said, other than Romain Sawyers as a registered sex offender. Wigan are in wank purely because they stopped our winning run. Pricks. Shithouse. Awful club. I hope Jamal Lowe snaps his ankle. Now that's it. Finished. I hope your club all gets relegated and we come top of the league. I'll see you in the next video. Sabri Lamucci's the second coming in, Jesus.